does.
Nonsense. Try and kick this, see what happens. Ready?
Right,
3,
yeah.
2, 1.
Me ingrowing toenails.
Well, email in cbc@bbc.co.uk. Tell us what you think about football. Right now it's time for Richard Hammond's Blast Lab. Richard Hammond conducts experiments, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like what happens when you hit a dog in the head with football.
What?
Run Network.
Welcome to Blast Lab. Hello and welcome to Hang on, what's going on? Oops, wrong week. Are you me from the future? Well, yes, you see, next Tuesday, you're ill, and I've come back through time to stand in for you, me. Can you tell me anything from my future, then? Well, no, I shouldn't, but seeing as you're you, me, us, next week, when you test that nanoparticle accelerometer, make sure there's a lab rat standing in front of you. Why? Let's just say there's a very good chance it'll go wrong and the lab rat takes one for the team. Well, rather him than you, me, us. Anyway, I'd better be shoving off. You've got a show to do. I'll see you in the future. Hello and welcome. This is Blast Lab and I am its founder, Richard Hammond. So, in just several billion nanoseconds, I shall be introducing two teams who will be undertaking some extremely clever but teensy bit messy scientific challenges. The winners will get great prizes. The only thing the losers will get is a tissue to share. And it's only on loan till they've stopped crying. Coming up today, we have FactNav 2.0 with my fact-filled friend Oliver. In mini-science, the lab rats will be in the firing line as the teams target a point. Meanwhile, some other lab rats will be trying to target the back of the net with an extreme football experiment. And we return with hankies at the ready to the slimy, bogey mess created by my amazing snot box. So, to protect this lab from any evildoers, the building is fitted with an incredibly effective security system. That security system is called Ninja Nan. She's over on the Alex right now. Let's take a peek at what she's up to. What is she doing? Oh, that's right. She's filling in her application for the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Don't know why she bothers. She's already been rejected twice. Not because of her age, but because the other competitors will be too scared of her. They won't fight. Right, let's have a look at who's trying to get into my lab today. Hello, welcome to the Nanex, but not the lab yet, because we've got to make sure you are who you say you are. You claim to be the red team. Identify yourselves by name, please.
Chris.
Yes?
Nikki. Kevin.
Chris, Nikki, Kevin. Yeah, that's what I've got on my list here. OK. Under talent, Kevin, it says your name. What are you going to do?
I can play the clarinet.
That's what it says here. Right, you're going to have to prove that to prove you are who you say you are. Play one. Banging tunes. OK, fair enough. On those grounds, I believe you are the red team. Come on into the lab. Chaps, nice to see you. Yeah, you're in, but not completely through security yet, because one final check. We agreed password with the real red team. If you are the real red team, you'll know what that password is.
B-Day.
Yes, that's what I've got written down here. Why?
Because when I was on holiday, I didn't quite know what a B-Day was, and I sort of brushed my teeth in one.
Oh, Chris, that's just... Everybody knows B-Days are for blowing prizes up. Everybody knows that. Go and get settled in. Ready for the first round? They are your red team. We know that much. Now let's meet the bunch of people claiming to be the yellow team. Hello, hello. So you say you're the yellow team. All right, well, what names have I got written down here, then?
Georgina. Emma. Tanny. Tanith.
Georgina, Emma, Tanith. Yeah, that's what I've got. OK, fair enough. But here's the thing. Under talent, you won't believe what I've got here. But it says all three of you can put your foot under your armpit and hop at the same time. Clearly, you can't do that, so you can't be the yellow team. Get out. Unless you can. Can you?
Yes.
Well, go on then. This can't be... What? What a ridiculous thing to be able to do, but it's impossible. You must be the yellow team. Come into the lab. I'd really like to know, girls, how did you find out you could do that? What a strange thing to do. Fair enough. Well, you're into the lab, but you're not entirely through security yet. Ninja Nan still has her eye on you, OK? One final security check. We agreed a security password with the real yellow team. If you are, then, you'd know what it is. What is the password?
Empty child.
That's what it says here, which is good. What does it mean?
Well, we all love Doctor Who, and Empty Child's the only character that we're afraid of.
Ah, behind you! Oh, no, you're all right. It was just a chair in the corner. Don't worry. Go and get settled in, ready for the first game. Good luck at the last one. Let us meet a very special car indeed. Very slow-moving. He may not be able to overtake a slow-moving badger, but he can tell you what the Latin name for one is. Oliver. No, it's not. That's not a Latin name, obviously. That's Oliver's name for Oliver! Docked into his FatNav system. Just connect him up. There you go. Right, now, recently, I bought a very expensive and very high-tech upgrade for Oliver, FatNav 2.0. And it said in the instructions that it was simple to install in 2 steps. Oh, fantastic, I thought. It's just that the first step turned out to be get a PhD in advanced microelectronics, and the second step was install it. The result is, it works, sort of. It's just that not every fact I get out of it is correct. So, teams, it's up to you to tell me whether the facts are true or false. If it's true, Oliver, he'll do this. If it's false, he'll let us know by doing this. OK, simple enough. And here's how the game works. Each team has on its side 3 lights, currently lit red. Every time you answer a question correctly, we will light a light green. The first team to get all 3 lights lit green will win points, and we move on to the next round. It's that simple. Oh, no, there's one other thing. If you answer a question correctly, you get your light turned to green. If you're wrong, they get a green light. So you can win the game for the other team if you're not careful. OK, everybody knows the rules. Let's get on with it. The first question is to decide who gets the first light lit green and who takes control of the game. So we start with the nearest to question. How tall was the smallest adult dog ever recorded? I might have the answer in centimetres. That seems the best thing. OK, have a think. How tall was the smallest adult dog ever recorded?
5,
Oh,
4,
got an answer. There we
3,
go.
2, 1. Time's up.
Do both teams have an answer written down?
Yes.
Good. Let's have a look, yellows. 30 centimetres for the yellows. Reds, what do you say? 20 centimetres. Both answers not that far apart. The real answer was 6.5 centimetres. It's about there. So the Reds team win that one. Right, that means, Reds, you seized control of the game right at the beginning. Well done. So it's a green light lit for you, and you get the first true or false question. Concentrating, chaps? Yes, concentrate on this one. It's very important. Chewing gum comes from a tree. Is that true or false? Chewing gum comes from a tree. Is that true or false? What do you think?
True.
I think it's true. Let's find out from Oliver for your second green light, or to make it a draw and give a green light to the yellows. Oliver, is it true or false? It is true. Well done, mate. Well done. It's actually made from chicle, which is a gum made from the nasby tree, a tropical American fruit tree. I don't think it grows with the packets on. You have to actually turn it into chewing gum. OK, that's 2 green lights lit for the Reds. You have none yet, yellows. Now's your first chance to light one. Bamboo is the fastest growing grass on Earth. Is that true or false? Bamboo is the fastest growing grass on Earth. Do you think that's true or false?
True.
True. We're all in agreement. You believe it's true. Oliver, Is it true or false? It's true! Right, Red. Get this right, you win the game. Get this wrong, it's a draw, and they can win it next time round. OK, here is your science fact. 42% of the Earth's surface is covered in water. Is that true or false? 42% of the Earth's surface is covered in water. Is that true or false, do you think?
False.
You think it's false. Oliver, is it true or false? Yes, it's false. That means the third light lit green, the red win. Well done, Red. Yellows, I'm sorry. Sorry, girls. It's not over yet, don't worry. There's a lot more to come. Actually, it's about 71% of the Earth's surface is taken up with water, including all the oceans, seas and lakes added together. Right, so that means at the end of the first round, with 3 lights lit green, the Reds win that game, and the score is 1-0 to the Reds. About science. But for this next experiment, I needed someone who knows a lot about science. So I built a time machine to bring my old science teacher from school through time to the lab to help me. It went really well. It's just that whilst doing it, I got distracted. Chuggington was on the telly. And so I left the time machine on a bit too long. So now my science teacher looks like a 10-year-old girl. She's, of course, Mini Miss. Hello, Miss. Can I just say, you taught me everything I know about science.
Well, it's not really something for me to show off about, though, is it, Richard?
No, Miss. So, what will our teams be doing today?
Well, today we're going to be using leaf blowers and balls to learn about air pressure by playing...
Why are there 2 lab rats hanging from the ceiling up there? Did they forget to do their homework or something?
No, Richard. They are the targets.
Oh, I'm getting the picture. So our teams will use the leaf blowers there behind them to fire these balls at the lab rats. And because the air coming out the leaf blowers is moving faster than the air around it, the ball will kind of be propelled and hopefully hit the lab rat.
That's right.
Oh, I see.
The team with the most ball-covered lab rat, once the time is up, wins the game.
OK, so that's the balls left sticking to the lab rat at the end, and it doesn't matter what colour they are. If it's a red one on the yellow side, it still counts. So that means, teams, be careful with your aiming. Right, well, the rules are pretty clear, I think. We all understand what we're going to do. Teams, you have some time to stick as many balls to your respective lab rat using a leaf blower, and that some time starts, well, let's say, now. Carry on.
Gentlemen and ladies, start your engines. Oh, no, they have. And already we have Velcro ball on lab rat action.
What we're watching is all about the Bernoulli principle. Science says that things like to be where there's low pressure. So here, the leaf blowers are creating a column of fast-moving air. And the faster the air goes, the lower the pressure of the air. So there's a column of low-pressure air coming from the leaf blower, which our beach balls just like to hang out in. In theory, this means we should actually be able to angle the blower and the leaf balls shouldn't fall out of the jet of air even when it's not vertical. It does look sometimes as though our teams are just using the push of the fast-moving airstream, but that is the Bernoulli principle going on. The reason the balls are sticking to the lab rats is down to Velcro. The lab rats are covered with lots of tiny, tiny hooks, and the balls are lots of tiny, tiny loops. So when the two come into contact, they stick together. It's not as uncomfortable as it looks for the lab rats, sadly.
The teams just peppering their respective lab rats now, who really are beginning to resemble 2 lab rats wearing red and yellow sticky suits strung from the ceiling whilst 2 teams fire balls at them to try and win points on a science game show, which is exactly what they are. It's uncanny. It's neck and neck out there now, with nothing to separate the teams apart from the actual score. Oh, some classic skills on display here. Absolute concentration from both teams. There really is no room for error with the standards set so high.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time is up. Time is up for both teams. Come round here, please. Well done. That looked like hard work. I think both teams did magnificently. Now we must find out who has got the most balls stuck to their lab rat. So, let's have a look. Count the number of balls sticking to that lab rat, please. Oh, he really is stretching himself to do this. Only so many fingers on his paws. 10, 16! 16 balls on that lab rat for the yellows. Well done. OK. Now the reds. Now the reds. 10, 10, 19. 19 for the Reds! It's a win for the Reds! It's a win for the Reds! That takes the score to 2-0 to the Reds. Of course, while firing balls at lab rats is certainly fun, it is really only kind of a minority sport. I want to bring ball firing science to the masses, using something like football.
One pathetic example of, well, the human race. Better known as a typical lab rat, with one single goal. To kick this ball into this goal. Well, I know he's not fit, but surely the water's going a bit far. And crisps. Anyway, here he goes. Oh, you've got to be kidding. After all that, he misses. Come on. Incompetent fool. All right, come on, pull yourself together. It's not the end of the world. Go and get the ball from over there and... Hang on a second. You're not meant to go in there. That's where I keep my time machine. The card is. No, don't come back here with that. Yeah, this could end badly. All right, look, whatever you do, don't go too fast, or you'll end up going back into... Oh, no. No, and now he's back. And who's that he's got with him? It can't be. The legendary Marco Labratz, legendary Dutch international legendary football icon from the legendary 80s. And he's come back from the past to attempt to score the longest football goal ever. There have been some really famous long-distance goals. Rivaldo for Barcelona against Deportivo. David Beckham for Man United versus Wimbledon. Both scored from their own half, but there isn't an official world record for the longest football goal, so today we're going to try and set one. Here we go. Marco's going to attempt to score from an entire pitch length away, at least 90 metres. Well, he's come all the way from the 80s and he's missed an open goal. It's time for real science to lend a hand. What we need is my trusty air cannon. Now we're going to see some special science. For our air cannon to work, it's loaded with a football weighted with sand. It's then filled with compressed air. When the cannon is fired, this compressed air is quickly released into the barrel of the cannon, with the force of this air shooting the football out of the end, hopefully towards our goal. So, will science overcome the odds that all others have failed? Will our football cannon score a goal and set a world record? And will Marco's haircut ever come back into style?
OK, hold the experiment right there, because there's a point up for grabs here for a question I'm going to ask you. Now, remember, the score now is 2-0, so you can't take the lead, but I think it's worth going for the point anyway. So, here is the question. Will my football cannon score a goal? A couple of things you need to know. The football has been filled with sand, so it's less likely to get blown off course. That's important to know. Don't forget, there is also actually no existing world record for this, so we are in uncharted territory. Yellows, what do you think?
I think yes.
You think yes. Reds?
We think it will.
You think yes as well. Well, there's a point up for grabs for both teams. Let's find out and carry on with the experiment.
So it's all come to this very moment. From a stupidly long run-up to an appalling shot. To time-travelling cars and 80s icons who've come from the past and yet still miss the goal. And now here we are with an air cannon. Can this experiment be any weirder? Let's find out with our attempt at the world record longest football goal. As you know, we've filled the ball with sand to keep it on course. OK, is everyone ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire! Oh, I can't believe it! The air cannon has scored. Now it has destroyed the goal. So, conclusive proof there that science can overcome all obstacles and score the longest football goal ever.
Safely say that worked, so that is a point apiece. It takes the score to 3-1. Well done, both teams. Right, you want to go and get ready into your protective suits? Away you go. Round of applause for both teams as they get ready for the messy mess test, which is next. So we managed to not only score a goal, but completely destroy the actual goal as well. I rather hope that's the end of the time travelling today.
Oh, hang on a second, Marco. You better not be thinking what I think you're thinking. And if you are thinking what I think you're thinking, you better not be thinking it. Oh, no. Marco has stolen my time machine, the TARDIS. Oh, and he's gone back in time again. What's this? He's going to mess up the shot. No, but science proved it. The ball was meant to go in the goal. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Not again. Now he's gone back so that he can retake his original shot. And let me guess, this time, it's gone in. You know what the worst bit about this is? You've caused a rift in the space-time continuum, and now there are about 3 of you. Brilliant. And now it's time for...
Featuring, of course, as well as our teams behind them, my glorious snot bots. They are brilliant. I've given them artificial intelligence, possibly a little bit too much, because they have now started taking on human characteristics, including catching a cold, which is what's happened here. So I'm sorry about what you're standing in, teams. It's not nice, I know. But in there, you will find prize discs. Today, those prizes include a voice warper, a personal weather station, and a metal detector. But do look out for these red and yellow herrings. You put one of these in your snot box by accident, you'll lose a prize disc. Right, you have some time then to get as many of these prize discs into the snot box as you can. Remember, reds are in the lead, so you get a 5-second head start. Yellows, you wait for the siren, and then you start. Good luck. You have some time to get as many prize discs into the snot box as you can. And that some time starts now!
There go the Reds bursting into action, full of enthusiasm. The second siren sounds. Can the Yellows make up the time? I think yes might be the answer to that. They've already got 2 discs in their hands. The teams are queuing up with the discs, but watch out for my sickly robot, Alan. Oh no, he might be about to sneeze. If only we had some king-size metal tissues for his drain pipe of a nose. Still unfazed, they continue about the age-old task of collecting science-based prize discs from the man-made pool containing the snot of an allergy-ridden robot blessed with only one nostril. Well, there goes another for the Reds. Georgina bides her some time waiting for the snotbot's mouth to open. And in it goes, another disc for the yellow team. Oh, now Chris has found a yellow disc which he's discarded. But what's this? Kevin sees the yellow disc and he's buried it under the gunge. That's not officially against the rules, but it's not very Blast Lab. This team clearly will do anything to win. It's a frantic pace the teams have set themselves, and they maintain it in the pool today, displaying an almost obsessive attitude to the task in front of them. Oh, uh-oh, Alan might be about to unleash another avalanche of snot over our unsuspecting teams. Oh! Tanith throws to Georgina. Great catch there. She's missed the snotbot, though. Let's see that again. It was so close. Heartbreak in the pool today. Just glanced off. Some time is almost up. Georgina about to throw. It's in the nick of some time. She's done it.
That is it. Time is up. Yellows, I think that last one of yours was the closest thing I've ever seen. That was fantastic. Just before one, it went in. Right. Now we must find out which team has won. We must count up the prize discs. Lab Rat, how many for the Yellows, please? Total for the Yellows is 6. 6 prizes. Well done. Let's find out. And for the Reds, what have we got? For the Reds, we have 3. That means the Yellows win. The Yellows. And it seems they're quite pleased. Right, let's find out what you've won then, team. Each of you will be taking home a Super Magnet kit. Well done. Brain trainers for each of you. Oh, yeah. submarine copter. Tomb of Doom. Voice warp. And the metal detector. Yeah, that's the atmosphere on this side of the tank. Really good. It's quieter over here. Can't imagine why I can't. Tell you what we could do, just to pass the time while you're in there. Let's find out what you would have won. Each of you would have taken home a brain trainer. Oh, that would have been nice. A personal weather station. Oh, I know, it's... Oh. And for each of you, a puzzle cube. Yeah, I know, but here's the thing. You see, it's not unusual to hear a bang in my lab, but this bang is bigger than most, and it involves those prizes, because it is time for B-Day Goes Bang! Well done. I mean, it didn't look good for a while there, did it? But then, at the last minute, look at that. You'll be taking all of those home with you. Well done. The winners. Over here, do you know it's the opposite story? That's the funniest thing because, well, from the start, you were great, focused, leading, and then lost. What happened? It all fell apart. That last game, it just went to bits in front of you, and now you come out still wearing most of our tank of horrible guns. Chaps, I'm sorry, but to cheer you up, I thought it might be nice if you blow up all your prizes instead. Yeah. OK. Right, follow me. It's time for the Walk of Shame. Coming through. It's... Oh, don't come for me. I haven't lost. It's come to this then, lads. It's come to this. Me, you, this plunger, an exploding B-Day and your prizes about to be brought together and then blown apart. Lift the handle, please. Let's get on with it. Audience, we'll count them down from 5 if we're ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well done, go. Pleasure having you in the Blast Lab. You played well, and then you lost. Bad luck. It's been a good day. We used a cannon to fire balls at a goal, and more importantly, shot lab rats with leaf blowers. Well, that reminds me, we didn't get them down from the roof. I'll do it tomorrow. See you next time. Well done, guys.
That sounds cool.
I'm pretty amazing on a good day.
Funny you should say that.
Ninjas!
Take us to Prank HQ.
No, I'm starting to feel a little chicken.
Doesn't get any better than this, does it?
Ultimate Summer, every day from 7 on CBBC.
Sonali here with your 1-minute hit of news. First, James Milner has finished his move from Aston Villa to Manchester City. His first match should be against Liverpool on Monday. By the way, the Reds have just bought a new goalkeeper to give Pepe Reina some backup, Brad Jones from Middlesbrough. Simon Cowell has got to make some space in the talent show world because Prince Harry is about to start his very own X Factor style search. He's teaming up with drum and bass DJ Goldie to find the UK's best young music stars. The 12 winners will get to perform in front of the Prince at a big concert at Buckingham Palace. Last up to some great pictures of a pilot who was showing off by doing some aerobatics at a flying display in Argentina. When that happened, the wing came off, the plane went spinning to the ground. The pilot had a parachute, so he's okay. Let's see that again. Look at that wing. Wow. That's it. We'll have a full roundup for you right here at 6:25. See you then. Bye.
See, look at that. Even Blast Lab are playing football, so...
They were cheating. Ian, we used some sort of cannon system.
Cannons.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, anyway, today we're trying to work out if we should ban football or not.
Ban it.
Your opinions count. We're about to read them out loud. First one is from Abby, right? Abby, who says, I think football should be banned because my cousin plays it and it makes him really smelly and sweaty. Pooey!
There you go, proof, Ian.
What?
Football stinks.
You stink.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Matthew emails in. You right, Matthew, mate? I think football should not be banned, otherwise I would have nothing to do. It's true, Hacker. Even the footballs would have nothing to do. Nothing to do. Nothing to do.
You all right, mate? Yeah, you start your new job on Tuesday. All right, yep, bye. Hello, mate. How can I help you?
I'm looking for a new job.
All right, what's your name?
Mr. Ball.
All right, Mr. Ball, what's your first name? Football. Right, what's any previous occupations?
Football.
Football? Oh, let's see what I've got for you here. Got a job as a volleyball.
Oh, lovely! A beach